parallel economies. Here's a subject of just weird. This is what happens when creatives don't have brands to hijack and they enter into their own space. Which, to be fair, I would prefer them to do that than hijack, I don't know, a company that we all know and love and grew up on, and then they run it into the ground. Probably heard other creatives talk about this and what we're going to show you. But there's this, I guess, production. This is a tabletop game, if I'm not mistaken. That isn't even out yet. And it did get funded, to be fair. So this is one of the few. Like I said, that audience is flaky. So every now and then you'll get a guy that'll do decent. But for every 10 projects, one of them will be decent. 9 of them won't be funded. And the person will realize that they can't eat their comic books. But I do want to go through some of this stuff. So these people are being upfront with their political stuff. It's called Evil Hat Productions, I guess, is the people that are doing this, correct? And they say there's no such thing as an apolitical game. So they're making a game, by the way. This is supposed to be a tabletop game. You'd think that, you'd want people of different ideologies that are going to be able to get something out of it. No, they're drawing a line in the sand and they say Thirsty Sword. That's the name of this would be a game that I would never be interested in. But to be fair, that's not my market, right? But it's called Thirsty Sword Lesbians. And a page, which I guess is in the game, of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. If you don't like our politics, don't buy our games, man. That's right out of the Kelly Sue DeConnick rules for engagement, huh? If you don't like my politics, don't buy my books, he says. They're taking a page out of that. We literally don't want nor need your money. Boy, they got cocky since being funded, huh? The get woke, go broke mantra is pure bullshit. Well, that's not the case. Again, for every one of your projects that see success, the vast majority of them that aren't funded by the government, right? Your shit being funded by the state or some library or some shit, that's a fraud, right? That's money laundering, right? That's stealing for taxpayers to reroute funds. But if you get your shit legitimately crowdfunded, for every 10, maybe 100 of those projects, 99 of them are dead on arrival. And 99 of the creators are like, oh, August, I'm having trouble making some money. Please buy a book. That's what happens. But to be fair, Thirsty Sword Lesbians, this is what they say, that the bill that you must fit if you're going to play this game called Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Here's some of the things that you have to support in order to play the game. Imagine having these types of stipulations. Like, imagine if I did that. If you want to buy Riververse comic books, you got to be an anarcho-capitalist. Like, what the fuck kind of weird shit is that? Anyway, they say you have to support racial liberation, intersectional feminism, and queer liberation. You have to respect transgender people, non-binary people, intersex people, and the women. Respect radicalized people. Respect black, which is capitalized, the B is, indigenous and mixed race people, and other people of color. Respect sex workers. Respect disabled people. Respect the immigrants. Respect lesbians and other queer sexualities. Respect people experiencing poverty or homelessness. Some of this shit is like, what? Respect people experiencing poverty or homelessness. Respect neurodivergent people such as those on the autism spectrum. Respect fat people. I can't do that one. I'm sorry. Y'all know how I am against the fat body acceptance movement. I am vehemently against the movement. You getting a lot of people fucking killed, and I have no problem telling your fat ass that you need to get up and go move around. You'll thank me for it later, but it ain't about thanking me. It's about for your own goddamn health. Do not demand that anyone educates you about their marginalization. So you can't question people who claim that they're marginalized. You just got to accept it. If you don't agree, fix your heart before sharing a table with other people. If you do agree, but you're struggling with self-loathing over any aspect of your identity, that's understandable. So self-hating white people? We're taught to hate ourselves in so many ways. Come on in and let's celebrate the existence and joy of people like us. So these people are drawing a line in the sand, and they're saying, and to be fair, your name of your book, or excuse me, board game is Thirsty Sword Lesbians. You pretty much taking fucking a stance on who that demographic is that's going to buy your, or going to even be interested in your game. And they're going to be a bunch of lesbians that work at Subway. They're going to be people that are interested in Thirsty Sword Lesbians are going to be whatever, thirsty sword lesbians. I honestly, it's less about, I don't have a problem with them doing it in the sense that I'd rather them do that. But this just really highlights the need for the parallel economy, because these cocky motherfuckers are getting more emboldened. And you got to understand with some of the things that they mention, y'all do understand that that pool is wide. So when we talk about like your lack of respecting anything short of going and jiggling and gyrating with them at a fucking parade means that you're fucking marginalizing or whatever. I don't know. Regardless, there's a learning experience to take from this. This is probably the absolute worst way that you can go about being a creative. It's the less lucrative way to obviously do it, but it's not a sustainable thing. Maybe something you can see a success in, but you got to realize that is a very flaky audience by default. And this does not mean that you can't make niche things and you can't make things that are more so geared to help these type of people. But it's a fucking board game. You know what I mean? And you're saying to the audience, no fascists are bigots. By the way, none of this has anything to do with fascism. Remember, fascism to them is anything that they disagree with. That's fascism. They have no idea what fascism. I'm willing to bet whoever typed this shit up has no idea who Giovanni Gentile or Mussolini are. They have fucking no idea. But on a serious note, that's the worst thing you can do. Yes, there is a such thing as an apolitical game. There are plenty of apolitical games. I mean, what the fuck did we grow up on? When we play all of these games, a lot of us have been playing these games with people that have been on different sides of whatever political spectrum. I don't know why they thought that was like that can't be done, but it goes to show how consumed they are by their own individual politics or social preferences and stuff, which again, as a creative, that's the learning thing from it. As a creative, that's the absolute worst thing that you can do. But the silver lining in this, as dog shit as this might sound, congratulations to you guys for getting your project funded. But the silver lining is at least it ain't DC Comics Swords of Lesbians, or what is it? Excuse me, Thirsty Sword Lesbians. At least it's not that. So that we have that going for us. But don't, soon enough you'll get DC or Marvel Comics. There'll probably be a movie, Shang-Chi and the Swords of Lesbians.
You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake.
Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.